Either two things have happened. Either a judge is unable to explain why in an area where nobody outside his own staff members and security personnel had access, why this money and how this money got there. If he is unable to explain it and it is concluded that no one else entered the premises with any articles that would tantamount to this monies, even if he says that it's not my money, what do we do?
The problem that I have had with this case right from the beginning is that cover up that seemed to have taken place. Why was it that initially it was said that nothing has been found? And if you have, as you only read out the judge's statement, he is constantly talking about no cash nothing was found over there. And then what exactly is this video that the Supreme Court has released? Apparently, this video has been given to the Supreme Court by the Delhi police. So is the judge trying to say that this video is fake? The minute he starts talking like that, doubts start rising in our mind, because you see, ultimately we are the general public. The whole idea of having a judiciary and having a judiciary that, it's like the Caesar's wife, it should be above suspicion. The whole point is, the minute something like this, a shadow is cast on the judiciary like this, the public gets very skeptical, and especially when it seems that they are not coming out and telling us what exactly is going on.
Okay, so Joyeeta, let's be fair. It is unprecedented where the entire communications, letters and reports, including the videography and photography, has been released. I've never seen something like this happen before. Now, that's obviously the right call. Everybody agrees that's the right decision. The Chief Justice has made the right decision to put the information out there. You only fight misinformation with information, but there will always be doubters. Now, let's assume for a second that, of course, the Chief Justice and the Collegium and this committee is acting now in good faith. How do they dispel the rumors other than what they've already done yesterday?
Well, I think enough rumors had already spread in the 24 hours when that information had not come out. Before last night's, late last night, it was made public, Saturday late last night. Before that, for over 24 hours, WhatsApp, social media, everywhere, TV screens, everywhere, rumors were rampant. They took a pretty, I would say, long time to come out and make public. But
okay, long time for you and me, because we are talking Friday morning to Saturday night. So it's a long time by our standards, because we of course work in a news cycle that operates minute by minute. Social media operates 24 hours, second by second. So in fairness, 36 hours.
Yeah, fine, 36 hours. Now the whole point is, you see, after the whole thing has been, everything has been made public, let us hope the investigation is also carried out. You see, it is not just about transparent and fair, it also has to be timely. Because you see, as the Justice Call mentioned, it may take over 2 years and stuff like that. By the time the news cycle will be dead, people will kind of, no attempt should be made, or it should be seen to be made, that it seems like the investigation is being sat upon. So, and the whole point is, you see, it's a very, for the lay person, the question is that if you cannot trust the judiciary, who are you going to trust? Why is the judiciary surrounding themselves with such a kind of a, an opaque system where you cannot even question them? Most of us cannot even talk freely because we are worried about getting a contempt of court. Simple as that.
Okay, so okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the same is often said of where I sit and the job that I do, that media trials take place and all sorts of things get said without any consequences. Media personnel, of course, are open to all sorts of scrutiny and proceedings. We are also open to gag orders, restraining orders from the courts preventing us from broadcasting or publishing information. So I want to be as fair as possible. There is a good reason why many safeguards exist, including the Judges Protection Act, including contempt of court. They are very important reasons. We don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, but at the same time, we have to now address what is scandalous And exactly two things could have taken place. Either this is a conspiracy where large amounts of funds have been put into a judge's residence, or indeed they were there with or without his knowledge by somebody who had access to his residence. There can only be two things. There is no third option that the money fell from the sky, from space. So either somebody has put it there, to frame him, which is scandalous, or somebody with or without his knowledge has placed it there, which is scandalous. Both are issues. So Joyeeta, let me take the other fact with you. Can we easily disclude the second factoid, as the judge claims, that for him it is conspiratorial? Why would he be so foolish as to be storing such large amounts of cash next to the security office in an outhouse open to everyone? That this is conspiratorial, money's been planted.
Well, that's always a possibility. I mean, you see, that is why I'm talking about it is for the judge himself. If that has happened, a fair investigation should not only happen, it should happen timely. I'm certain the judge would not like the case to drag on for 2 years or 3 years, and then at the end of it, he's declared the innocent. Think of the plight of the common person, common man, when something like this happens. How that person's reputation is destroyed over the years, and these honorable judges, they sit on these cases. Think of the backlog that is there in spite of certain reform measures that are being taken by the court, the judiciary. Think of the backlog of cases. So, I mean, there are so many issues.
Yeah, so
that
this is exactly what happens, is that when something unprecedented, rarest of rare and scandalous takes place, then all the other issues, which are the surround sound, all of them then now rise up from the detritus of these flames, and from appointment of judges to promotion of judges to what action can be taken, to their constitutional safeguards, to their rulings. Now imagine if this cash cannot be explained, then we have to follow the money. What was the source of the cash? Where did it come from? Then if we assume that it is either conspiratorial, then who was hatching such a diabolical conspiracy? It's a diabolical conspiracy if it was true. Somebody would have to have access to the house. Somebody would have to have access to these kind of funds. Not everybody has got crores of rupees lying around to plant somewhere and burn. That itself will open up another Pandora's box. We are in it for a difficult time, but we have to remain slightly cautious, because how do we look at the bad eggs and bad apples performing here, at the same time protect the dignity and reputation of honest judges, without whom even seat belts would not be mandatory in this country. Okay, your CNG buses would not have come. All your environmental, your Ram Mandir, your 370, a lot of these things would be a lot different, because sometimes executive and legislative leave it to the judges when it comes to difficult decisions they'd rather not make. Let me open this up to others who've been patiently listening in. Abhishek Tiwari is with us, Tushar Kumar is with us, also both advocates of the Supreme Court.